Never say never. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the One Man School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these fine folk play the game of D&D with me. Tonight's prompt players, as we go around the room and introduce ourselves, what is the time capsule TV show that you would say withstands the test of time, in your opinion? I know we were talking about TV shows earlier.
Definitely Thundercats from the 80s.
Stands the test of time is the preface there. So, but yeah, what are your thoughts and opinions as we go? And go.
I wasn't here last week, so I'll go first. What up? I'm Zach. Bringing a confrontational energy to this intro.
You do that.
What's good? I play Kestis Thimbleweed. He's a centaur druid. And if we're talking about time capsule TV show stands the test of time, has done it logistically. I'm gonna take an outside swing on this. Mm-hmm. Survivor. Survivor is a show that has been on too long, but because it is still fresh.
Okay.
It's still good.
And it's infected other TV shows.
Yeah.
Deal or No Deal has now gone Survivor.
It's on an island. What's that?
I'm going to watch the hell
How
out
does
of
that
it.
change Deal or No Deal at all?
The cases are just harder to find.
And Joe Manganiello is hosting it.
So is this like
No joke.
Living his real life
also
D&D
be
fantasy now.
successful, or just something that has been on for?
I think it's
long
something
time?
that to you personally.
Stands the test of time.
Or has aged well.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
VeggieTales.
I 100% have mine. Hey everybody, this is Drew. I play Constance, Connie the Reach, Connie the Rocket, Connerito.
Connie the Champ.
You got a new
Connie the
Champ.
Right, Connie the Champ.
Yeah.
Human monk level 6, and I think for me the show that stands the test of time. 100%. I was there when it first aired, and I'm still watching it over and over and over again. Is the Golden Girls?
Okay.
That
right.
it doesn't get old. It's more relevant. Like the topics that the hard hitting topics that they talk about are still ones we need to deal with now.
That is true.
They were bringing it up
Having
back then.
sex after 60.
Yeah, I mean that was it. They were just like, yes, do it all the time. You're gonna get called a slut by your 3 roommates, but
that's all.
That's 'cause they're jealous.
So.
Yeah. They made it it's like a endearing.
absolutely.
It's a term of endearment in some cultures.
Like
You
how
can-
white
you-
girls at the club call each other slut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be a Blanche, and that is
Jello
perfectly
shots,
fine.
you
there was,
slut.
There was never really any judgment about that. It was like, we're just gonna deal with the issues like constant
Syphilis.
chlamydia.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's got to get it.
Man. Stop recording.
My name is Matt. I play Zook Magoop, male turtle wizard 6, level 6. Don't know why I almost questioned that. And for me, the first thing that came to mind, it's only part of the show, but the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess the movie.
The original SpongeBob SquarePants movie
Yeah.
was great.
After that, the creators left, the writers left, all that. Like,
Don't need a license to drive a sandwich.
Okay.
That is a good movie.
Man, I don't know. That's a bummer.
Seinfeld.
I'll go a few one more time.
My dad.
MASH is still great.
Like Hogan's Heroes.
My name is Michelle, and I play Nell Webb, the little gnome bard. Bum, bum, bum. We're talking The Price is Right.
Ooh.
I feel like it's good always. Even
Game
the old stuff has
shows,
been good.
Yeah.
The new stuff, and it's been on the air
Is that
for
Drew Carey show now?
like a weird thin waif like Drew Carey now.
It's like an alien.
Dude,
Yeah.
So it's on that Ozempic.
Yeah, truly.
It's like some
Sunken
people are
cheekbone.
meant to carry more weight.
So you mentioned that. I watched Happy Gilmore with Atticus, my 13-year-old son, over the weekend. And there was the scene where he fights
Bob Barker.
the grandpa. I was doing dishes in the other room, and I'm laughing, and I hear him laughing. I'm like, what happened? He's like, well, the grandpa just beat him up. And he's like, that's Bob Barker. I had no idea who it was.
Does not know.
Realize it's a generational thing.
Yes, it is. Yes,
You
it
know
is.
what?
Price
There's
is Right lets you track inflation over history too.
Yeah, it does.
All right, it's a brand new
Those first few
car.
episodes,
What's
it
the
was
first number?
Well, how much does milk cost right now? Show me 70 cents.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess it's not like a universal experience anymore, but for like a long time, it was like people, like when you were sick, right? When you were
Yep.
sick, that was like what was
Oh,
on TV at the
absolutely.
time.
Price is Right, then
Yeah.
The View, then All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, then Zoom. Then my mom picked me up.
And at dinner time,
Good
Wheel of
times.
Fortune.
Good times.
I am Will. I play Yes, the Tabaxi sorcerer. And I'm going to go with a good drama. Breaking Bad. The overall
Okay.
story arc of Breaking Bad. If you get sucked into it, you'll watch half a season
Sure.
and not even realize that time has passed.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm not well enough to watch that show.
Okay, that's fine.
Like in
You
your
don't have to.
recovery? Or
I'm
like,
never well. No. Like I feel like when I watch that show, I can feel like anxiety and depression.
I can't
just,
watch
like,
The Bear
coming-
for that
coming
reason.
in.
Yeah.
And I'm
good-
like, no, gotta turn that off.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
The
fair.
bear is like, for some reason, cathartic for me because I'm so anxious most of the time anyway that it's like, and these people are just gonna yell at each other, and I'm not involved in that in any way.
Where's the fucking risotto?
It was,
I've never
Yeah, you
seen
kind
The
of get
Bear, I'm
used
just
to it. I
assuming.
don't know if
No,
that's a
that's
good
it.
thing.
You
Okay.
have to.
That is kind of actually. Do y'all remember the show The Zoo?
No.
Okay, yeah, it was a long time.
Was that
ago,
before
but
or
it
after
was-
they bought it?
He's thinking of Zaboomafoo.
Love Simpsons.
It was like
Can I change my
it
answer?
was like I think it was before Breaking Bad, but it was like one of these first like super gritty, really realistic shows, and this one was about a maximum security prison, I think. And so the characters are bad guys, like they're rough. And speaking of getting used to it, I watched it with an old roommate of mine. We kind of binged it back in the day before binging was a thing, and that means we
They
stole
had to
it from the
rewind the
internet.
tapes after they watched every season.
Yeah, right. And we started talking to each other the way they talked to each other in that show, and
boy.
it
You
increased our
conducted your
aggression.
own Stanford prison experiment.
was
That's incredible.
Precisely, and there was this point where we never got mad. Like we got along so well. There was this point where tension was so high between the two of us that we just kind of both in the same moment were like, we have to stop watching that show because we're becoming bad people.
That's crazy.
Once you started yelling at each other and those characters' names, you're like, wait.
I think
Gone
for the
too
cold
far.
open next
Yeah.
week, we should just do a table read of one scene from The Bear. We just have like every
Let's
scene's
do
the
it now.
same.
Pull it up. Oh yeah.
Next
The
week.
Christmas episode?
Oh, dude, I thought you were talking about our Christmas
I need
episode. I was
to-
like, sure, we'll wait 10 months. Yeah.
Should I watch that bear?
It's very
Oh,
good.
it's so good.
You
Uh,
again, it'd be desensitized at some point. So, yeah.
I'm Matty B, and I play Wyatt Masterson, the Herringon Rogue. Man, there's so many of them. But if I was gonna go back to like childhood and then could still watch it, Full House is a good one.
Oh, that popped in.
I was
Yeah.
a step-by-step guy.
Step by Step was great too.
I love
There
that.
was
Family
all of
Matters?
that, like
Yeah,
it was
Family
like-
Matters, Black History Month. Let's go.
Yeah, Family Matters.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you
This,
would get
the
them all in a
13th
run.
day
It was
of
like
Black
it was Step by Step, Full House, and then you get Family Matters.
Was that
after
Wednesday?
and
what
then
what day was that? Because it
and
was
then I would
glorious.
roll, yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'd roll into like Home Improvement at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it
Which
was so
didn't-
good.
Home
like-
Improvement never. It was like I feel my heart was warmed through all of those others, and then it would get to Home Improvement, and it was a little.
Oh, I loved
a
Home
little
Improvement.
uncomfortable.
It was foreshadowing for what Drew would
Like
come to
TGI
find out 30
Fridays
years
or
later
something.
about Tim Allen.
Have you guys ever seen the? Do you remember when Home Improvement did the episode where maybe Randy has cancer?
Dude, that is
Wait,
one of the
maybe
one of the
Randy
saddest ones.
or-
This is why I'm telling you.
Randy maybe has cancer.
Okay.
But I still think you. can
Someone has
interpret
cancer,
that
it's maybe Randy.
wrong. So they were promoting that as like very special episode, right? But have you ever seen the commercial promo that was like, here's tonight's lineup of TV? Because it's this very dramatic, like, and tonight on this week's episode of Home Improvement, we delve into hard-hitting family drama at 8:30. And then at 9, the A&W Root Beer Comedy Hour.
Oh my god, whose line is it anyway?
Oh, great show.
Man, how did I not if there's one that probably holds up even more than that.
Please don't say the Cosby Show. Please don't say the Cosby
No,
Show.
Stanford and Son.
Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
could
know.
watch that all the
I do love
time.
some French.
After
All the
what he
time.
did to the zebra from Madagascar, I kind of fell
coulda
off of that
killed
guy. He could have ended his life.
Slap.
That's a great
There,
show.
there are a bunch that I wish were like still readily available that aren't really, like Punky Brewster, Silver Spoons,
Man, I love
8
Mork
Simple
and
Rules
Min-
for Dating My Teenage
Mork and
Daughter.
Mindy.
Mork and Mindy.
So good.
That I think would still stand up if they were readily available, but they're not being streamed anywhere that I know of. So it's like
Nanu,
they
nanu.
just kind of don't exist. Nanu, nanu.
And
Hey, Pooh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What
Copyrighted.
what show would you say?
Mine?
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Adventures in Odyssey. Oh,
Yeah, that's a
dang
good
it.
show.
Last Airbender.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows I could say are good, but there's not one that I would tell somebody start to finish they will love dearly.
Yeah.
Psych could be the other one, but Psych sometimes kind of falls off.
I love
But-
Psych, but yeah, it's kinda...
Sometimes it can fall off for people, but
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, not for me. Just some people might not like it. But
Although I
Avatar:
was
The Last
Team
Airbender-
Monk over
Yeah.
Psych.
Monk.
I
yeah.
love
I'm dry
Monk.
enough that I
Oh.
love
I think
Monk
Monk
is
would work. That would
amazing.
work.
Yeah.
Monk
that
would
one
be a
holds
great
up.
character to play in D&D.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Monk
there's a
is
lot of
amazing.
old white men that would say Blue Bloods.
Which I don't know
Drew?
that one.
The police
do you-
drama.
Yeah, true. How do you feel about
How do you feel
Blue
about
Blood?
The police drama.
You've got kind of a top
No,
ten.
I mean like old, like my dad.
you.
Oh, we know
Watching
that
it
Drew's
for
young
hours.
enough.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing.
Tom
almost-
Selleck's in that?
Yes, he's
Nice.
and it's the
He's the
same,
Blue
almost
Bloods.
the same thing as
Blue
like
his
Law
blood.
and Order.
But with
no.
Tom Selleck.
His mustache
Tom
starts in
Selleck, yeah.
season 1. The rest of him comes in season 2.
What about
What
Wings?
what was the Tom Selleck TV show that?
Why don't you clean this crap
he
up
was
off
in
the
for a long
beach,
time?
Hawaii 5
Magnum PI?
Magnum PI. Damn it. Yeah, great,
Yeah.
great.
So much man
episode
love.
one.
The
Magnum
A-Team. The A-Team. Can that be my third
3.14159.
answer? The
Chess-
A-Team?
chess
Oh,
hair.
love that show.
The 18?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait,
Who-
starring Quentin
who would
Rampage
be in
Jackson?
the-
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna
The van.
figure out. We're gonna separate ourselves into different individuals in the A team
Mr. T.
for the next time.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna say
BA.
it.
BA
As we're gonna
Baracco
go and
over
hop
here.
into episode 23.
Whoa.
I had to look and see what it was of the Wild Magic School.
I don't know.
Drew,
I
could you be BA Barack Obama?
So the last time we were here, the band of adventurers had gathered together for the third and final day of the People's Celebration. The night was full of festivals and celebration in preparation for the grand event, which would be the passing of the Vox Populi spirit from one person to the next, an event that only happens once every era here in Talrun Mall. But before that happened, there was going to be a fight of the century between Connie the Reach and Hibiscus Quencher, the final of the three fights that they had to crown one of them the champion of
Number
the
one
ring.
contender.
Number one contender.
Yeah, I'm really nervous about this fight.
Before the fight took place, everyone was preparing, everyone was getting ready, and Connie, right before he set out into the ring, had a conversation with the newly arrived Leo Brava, head of the Brava family, who spoke to him and voiced a need to talk and a desire for change. Connie took those emotions and ran with it and went into that ring swinging. It was a little trepidatious at times, but in the end, the dice told a story, and Connie came out victorious, champion of the ring, and the celebration was had. Everyone was having a great time, and as that celebration is culminating, we come to the point in the People's Celebration, this 3-day party, where the ceremony begins, and that is where we will pick up tonight, with everybody celebrating. The energy is still high, the crowds are cheering Connie's name, but as that happens throughout the entire city, you hear this sound of horns as they reverberate through the entire city, and the crowds begin to chant. You begin to hear just wave upon wave of voices. Hundreds of thousands of voices begin to speak. Populi, Populi, as everyone's beginning to get ready for this. And as this happens, those who are on the floating podium, or the floating stand, are led off of it back
floatium.
down to the middle docks.
The pan.
As the stanchion begins to, not stanchion, this floating
Stage.
platform stage begins to rise up again. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat, so I will do this a couple more times tonight.
Drink your tea, dude.
I have Lawrence in my throat, so I'll have to get
Oh,
it
boy.
down. It'll be all
You
good.
leave for 1 week and the DM eats your
just-
frog.
frog. So.
You always knew that.
There's a Lawrence in my Arabia. Nope.
As the chanting continues, you can see up on the platform there are a few individuals. The first one is, let me pull up my notes here. I apologize.
We forgive you.
So
Well,
we're
I'll take a
not
guess. I'll
on
take
it
it. Drew
anymore.
Barrymore. Drew Barrymore.
So you guys have stepped off. You are now in most of the open crowd is in the circus area.
We did this on the same platform that they're gonna do the ceremony.
You'll see here in a second. It's not that as serious
Okay.
as anything. Give me just a
Wipe the
second.
blood off the mat, man.
Yeah, they got somebody in with a towel. You know the little weird mops they have in the
Yeah,
NBA.
You see, approaching the stage, you see the first person you see is a portly man with a gray kind of like handlebar mustache and completely bald with like a little wisp on top. A little portly man dressed in purple who's kind of waving to the crowd. Most of you would recognize this as Count Bartram, who is the current second in command of the city. The current ruler is the Vice Count, who is not here. He's currently in Alphada, which is why the platform isn't that big of an issue, because the ceremony itself takes place in Alphada, which is the capital of Talrun Mall. This simply is a projection of what is happening, and as you see that, you can see there are a couple of magicians who position themselves on corners of the platform who begin to cast incantations and cast a major image on the platform itself, thus projecting it in a much grander scale across the entirety of the city. As this is happening, you can see people and shapes beginning to take form on the major image, but while that is taking place, another individual steps up and... Oh, darn it. Sorry. I did not write it down over there. Give me just a second.
We forgive you again.
Yeah, I'm getting.
At some point, I'm not going to forgive him anymore.
So-
Can I say it?
No, you will.
Yeah, I will. You're right.
72
Yes, will.
will.
2 days
490
ago,
times.
the Kansas City Chiefs won Super Bowl 58.
I got you.
Thank you.
You're ready though.
And this is reminding me of that beautiful stadium there in Las Vegas, and also the the Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we were just talking about how amazing those graphics
I heard you two didn't do very good, though,
at the Super Bowl.
at the Sphere.
And, well, I mean, it's you too.
Spearful bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We
very
were- also,
believable.
a lot of
that
the
U2.
discussion is why is U2
In the sphere.
in the Sphere?
Yeah, that's valid.
Okay,
The Gorillas would be great in this.
real quick, because Calvin's almost done finding it. Yeah, name who you think would be amazing in the Sphere. Gorillas, I think you're right.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk,
Punk, yeah.
100%. I was thinking Pink Floyd.
Oh my God, people wouldn't survive.
Incubus.
Ooh, cool.
I just want to see the Eagles. That's it. Just the Eagles.
What song do they have
Sweet.
besides "Carry On My Wayward Son"?
Paul McCartney.
That
That's not the
let's
Eagles.
let's do a quick check-in.
Oh my gosh. Hotel California.
You could say
know
the
that
Beatles
one, right?
and just like especially like that
I-
that era where
Paul-
they
Paul
were
McCartney.
all on drugs
Sure.
and would be
All
very
right.
trippy.
Sorry, I'm
Sure.
back. Okay. First of all, I apologize. The
forgive you.
the Count Bartram rules the city. He is not in the city currently. The short gray man, this is known as Vice Count Dunthrill. He is the stand-in ruler currently. I got those switched in my head. But you can see there is him. There is also an Aarakocra who's dressed in the Voxguard armor, who looks to be of high station up there. And then there's one more individual who, for lack of a better term, is kind of like a half orc. You can see like the tusk growing, but he's wearing essentially the Pope's costume with like long white flowing robes and a giant hat. You would know him to be the deacon of the People's Church, which is the branch of the religion that stems from the Vox Populi.
Yeah, don't nobody forget to bring what they agreed to bring to the potluck when that guy's around.
But you see the deacon begins to stand up and begins to he begins to talk, but it does sound like you are in a Methodist church back in the 90s, where it's
Home
like
sweet home.
it's really hard to hear what he's saying because the microphone's maybe a little scratchy and stuff like that. And so he's just like,
Or does he travel away from the mic from time to time?
He does every once in a while move away from the spellcaster who's casting thaumaturgy, and he's like, oh, and he has to like redirect the spellcasting focus back to him.
Yeah, some people do sometimes when they're talking.
It's pretty great.
It's
But as he's going on, he's droning on for a while. But the one thing you do hear is he basically says,
tonight we celebrate the passing of the Vox Populi from one vessel to another. This will usher in not only the new era of our homeland, but a new era for all of Tarun Mall. An era of prosperity, of peace, and of community.
you know, just droning on the speech that you hear almost all the time. But as he does that, you hear there's like murmurings behind him, and he stops and turns and he goes,
Behold the transference.
and he kind of like with a sweep of his arm, you hear the horns again across the thing. It vibrates everything as everyone's watching, and you can see up on the projection, you can see there is a massive, beautiful crystalline dais where there are probably 100 or so individuals all kind of turning and like bowing respectfully to the Vox Populi, who's standing in full regalia, this long, almost midnight blue robe that kind of stretches out and almost dissipates into stars itself. This creature...
Nell jumps up and she pulls on Zook's sleeve and says, you know, my great-great-grandmother actually made the robes that she's wearing. They're still in use today.
Cool.
Add that to your history books. I don't know. I figured you'd like it.
Zook writes that down.
You can see the individual is standing there and is holding their hands out. You can see this large kind of like silver and blue crown set upon their head that kind of sparkles with their motion as they sweep their arm out. They're large, almost too large for their head. Almond-shaped eyes convey this like light blue kind of light that projects out of them. They don't look fully humanoid, and they look, in a world full of strange creatures, they look alien to a lot of people. But this is the embodiment of the spirit, and it does transform the vessel after a while. But you can see there's this like moment of pause where the Vox Populi begins to speak, and as they speak, the projection, the sound doesn't come from the projection, it comes from all around you, as though it almost like just hang in the air itself, just waiting to be released. It appears in your ears, this light kind of tinkling voice as they begin to proclaim, thank you. As we pass to the new vessel, as we call upon the new era of our world, we hope that everyone finds a reason to celebrate, a reason to love, and a reason to live. We shall see you again. May the Vox guide your steps. And as they do, there's this moment where like it looks as though like there's just this changing of the stage where something is happening. It's hard to see. The projection's kind of weird, but as it does, it looks like it's gonna like close upon them. And for anyone who's heard conversation, the thing goes is apparently what happens is as there's this like moment of just like really cool, almost cinematics, the spirit vacates the vessel and they return to their human self, fully awake and aware, but no longer the Vox Populi. And the spirit then moves on to another person that has to be found. It's part of and it'll take a few weeks to find them, but it is a whole kind of like thing where people go out and search for the spirit because it has moved on to its next vessel, but no one knows. Now, there are several thousand young, females who come to Alpha every year in hopes of being that one, and it has happened in histories before, but every once in a while, it'll go out somewhere just way far out west, and it's hard to eat, and it takes a while to find it. But that's a whole thing too. Like, there are people getting ready tonight to eat, like to charge out into the wilderness to find the Vox Populi if that is to happen. But as the dome kind of like encircles them and closes in on them. You watch the blue light begin to kind of glow and flash and everything. And as it does, the light just grows bigger and bigger, and it's a beautiful sight. And everyone's just like, you hear the chants, you hear the energy, you feel the energy. And as it does, the light kind of glows, and then almost as if somebody jiggled a power cord, the light and goes away. And there is a dead silence in the crowd. And you watch as a couple people kind of look at each other up on the stage, kind of like glancing at each other, and look back at the image, which stays there for a moment before you see the dome. It opens up again, and standing before them is the vessel of the Vox Populi.
Wyatt.
Still, Wyatt Master. How still
do that?
Not changed. Their body, their mind, their eye, everything about them still gives the spirit of the Vox Populi. It didn't go anywhere. And you can see for a moment the vessel kind of looks down at themselves and then looks up like with this confused look. And they go, what? And as they do, you watch as their head kind of clicks for a moment and they go, and their eyes go black. As that happens, all of you who are in this circus area with all these people around you, watch as fey creatures all around you begin to twist and begin to mutate as all of a sudden the good in this world turns a little dark. I'm gonna need y'all to roll initiative.
Wait, I made out with a demon?
Snow.
No, not. Oh, was it the snail? Were the snails also evil?
We'll have to wait and see,
They
won't
were
we?
they were snails.
No.
Flails. They
I
were flails.
apologize from earlier and not paying attention. I was a little distracted by what was going on, but I do want to hear more about those brooches.
Zoot's been watching them mutate this entire time, like, I wonder if that's normal.
Taking notes, like,
Twitching.
oh, cool.
This is my first gathering like this.
All right, so for those of you who have the ability to put it up on your screens, we do have the battle map. Oh, go ahead. And
There's
get
a
that
map
loaded up.
for the battle.
Play button, right?
Yes.
Your DM's not currently hosting a game.
Mine
Wait
too.
for it.
Mine is.
All right.
I am in, baby.
Yes, let's freaking go.
Updated
All right.
my browser.
Whoa, look at this.
Woo. All right.
Wait, how did we get it?
Wait, Calvin, what's that thing?
Press the play button.
What's what thing?
Upper
The green
right-hand
thing.
corner.
What green thing?
What's the purple thing?
The big
The
tent?
big tent?
And the yellow things also.
Hey.
What's the green stuff?
Wait,
Yeah, thank you. What's the red while we're at it asking about the green?
Yeah, great.
Why are there lines all over the map?
Mines?
Yeah, lines.
Oh,
What is it?
those
What
are
are
the
the
grids.
lines?
Those
yeah,
are
is
grids.
that in real life? Is
Those
it-
are grids.
How did people? You
I
step on the
forgot
track,
that you can
break
just
your
like
bones
draw
back.
like a distance on this thing, so I put grids in it, but it's fine. It's more
I was
for your
joking.
Okay, so
No, Matt, it's a
unless
good
you guys
question.
want to move yourselves from this kind of this phalanx that I've put you, that's kind of where I
This
figured
what?
everybody would like be.
Phalanx.
Whatever, phalanx.
This foil
No,
likes.
But you just
I
did
wasn't
such a good
correcting you.
monologue about
He
the
didn't
Vox
know what
Populi,
the
I was
heck
gonna
you
leave
said.
it.
He's
I knew he was talking about a
I said
phalanx.
phalanx.
I don't know.
and that's-
Which
I
is
was being a
fine.
jerk.
It's
fine.
not an English word.
That's
You don't have to know words that aren't in
Okay,
English.
So the
This
big
is
thing's the
American.
I
stage
understood.
that we saw
Thank
this
you.
happen?
On this,
or-
the third.
So the stage is, so for the way you're looking at this, the stage is above everybody in the sky.
Not
This
on
is
here.
the circus. This is the big tent where some of the acts have been held. This is kind of the common area where a lot of people have been today. Playing games. having
my
fun.
gosh,
This
there's
is
more of
Dimitri's
it.
circus,
I
basically.
hung my chest.
Oh, that was the end of it.
So it's like
Um,
our view right now is where the stage would be, looking down.
The
on
stage
all
would be
of
looking down on you guys, but you guys are down here, and this is where everything's happening. This is where all of like the fae that are like in his circus usually are like juggling or hosting snail races, and now they all begin to. You watch as like their colors begin to go from like brights and like vibrance to like mottled and like almost like infected.
Oh, no. He is the
As they all
intimidator
begin
now.
to like all of these people just begin to turn and almost zombify themselves in strange
Oh, the
ways.
cursor's moving.
I don't know whose cursor that is.
We can all do that.
That's just like a point tool. You can like point and I can see it. So.
I cannot
All right,
do that.
so
I cannot do
from
that.
here, is this a good position for you all to be in? Just so for my, unless you want to put yourselves anywhere else. Okay.
I think it makes sense.
All right, so from here, let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
We don't need to.
We're just gonna go when it feels right.
25 to 20.
Unnatural 20. Yeah.
He's been
I don't
so
like being
ready.
first.
He's a quick wizard.
If you
but
ain't
after
first-
the first turn, then you're kind of last. You ever think about it that way?
Oh, that's true.
20 to 15.
Oh, it's like a snake draft.
Yikes.
Like, I get the number 1 overall pick. See you in half an hour.
15 to 10?
12.
Well,
Sorry, I was 19.
Oh my gosh, Wyatt.
14.
14 for Connie. What'd you say, Will?
What? I didn't say yet because I rolled a 3.
Sorry, dude.
It's okay. I rolled a 2. And then pretended I didn't roll a 2 and rolled again and also rolled a 2.
Cassis, what'd you say?
12.
not on purpose.
Wait, these are from different places?
Yeah.
Now, what'd you say?
12.
Where is this one? Maryland.
I got Philly, baby.
Starbucks.
Okay. You got the great state of Tennessee.
Got the ATL.
God's
ATL.
jockstrap.
Is that Oreos or are they from Tennessee?
God's country.
Oh, no. Whoopie pies. What are they? Moon pies.
Whoopie pies?
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
Was NASCAR created in Atlanta, Georgia?
Atlanta Motor Speedway
They
is one
have
of the biggest
Atlanta
ones.
Motor Speedway, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Indianapolis.
People drive
Nothing's
real
going
fast
on there. Well, another
Wait.
car.
Yeah, cars.
See, Indianapolis
Moon pies is
Speedway.
probably
95.
Barrios'
Yeah.
favorite snack.
Nice.
Is that an
Is that a
open wheel?
euphemism?
In a night where we did
Oh, right,
nothing but
Indy.
make euphemisms the first half an hour, yes it is.
Okay.
It is now.
95.
It might not have been on a different day, but on this day, yes, it is.
Oh, Drew got his ding-donged.
There's Dong Ding.
Got my pie whooping.
I was staying away from Moon. Got his moon pied.
Yeah. Is nutter
like
buttered?
Is that
He got ho-hoed.
Nerd roped.
You guys flakes frosted?
this dude?
Oh, Drew's toaster got strudeled.
This captain got
Oh,
crunched.
he got cosmic brownie.
Out here trying to get his fruit looped.
This captain was crunched.
Oh no! Who crunchitized him, Captain?
14.
A billion.
Oh, Drew got his Waffle House. That was one that you said.
I got my peanut butter, Captain.
All right, so top of the round, real
Right
quick.
in
I'm
the cornflake.
going to go ahead and reveal
Where they are?
that one for you guys.
Cheerio.
That's the one that's in the crowd
Honey
that you can
bunches
see
of
sort of
oats.
like mutating themselves.
Hobgoblin Devastator.
Oh, they're all in a crowd.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people around you too. I didn't want to put a bunch of just crowd people, but just know there's people around.
Fireball probably wouldn't be a good idea.
If you want to. All right.
You'll get the
but
bad guys.
Top of the initiative is, if I can find him again, this one. As it comes out of a tent, you watch as screeching out of a tent is just this long-legged creature that just like before it sets its sights on you guys and begins to like rush through the crowd. You watch as its like spindly legs are like stabbing through people as it like walks over the crowd and like as it's like crawling over people as it runs over to you guys. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and it's gonna land right in front of Nell. And it is going to go ahead and do its ceaseless scream. So within 30 feet of it, which I believe is going to be Nell, Zook, 5, 10, 15. Oh, wait, everybody, I think, really. Everyone needs to make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Is this a missile?
No, it is not.
I'd like to catch the wisdom assault.
You said wisdom?
Yes.
Oh, nice. All right. We've
Nice.
We've done it, gang. We got.
That's
to
not a
Anybody
nice.
fail?
You said 10?
DC 10, yes. Fail?
4.
Fail. You're shaking your head no, meaning no, you didn't do it.
Didn't fail.
Oh, you didn't fail. Okay.
Oh.
Anyone
Yes.
who did fail? Just Connie?
Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Connie, you the blood begins to leak from your ears from the the high pitched.
Oh, my ear blood!
It causes your body to lock up with just the sheer sound of it. You are incapacitated until the start of its next turn.
Oh no!
Cool. Let's just bypass the monk's first turn. That's great.
End of its turn is going to be the other one that could come out, which is this guy right here.
Maybe.
I'm actually going to go and
reconsider.
switch them because they are two different ones. I'm going to put them
Screaming
here.
Devilkin?
So that was the screaming one.
That was my nickname.
And then this is the other one that's going to come out. So
Scream your
5,
Devilkin.
10, 15, 20, 25,
Might.
30. And it's
Gonna
going to go ahead.
Devastate your hobgoblin.
got his
You
hobgoblin.
watch as this creature runs out with not as much like ferocity, but a little more like wherewithal. Where as it runs out, it draws 2 daggers out of its like pouches, and as it's like running towards you guys, like shing, and launches 2 of them. It's gonna throw them at the first 2 that it can see, which is Wyatt and Barrios, the 2 that are like directly in its angle there. So
That's great
It's gonna
news.
make 2 attacks on you guys. So the first one to Wyatt. That's going to be a 20 to hit, unnatural.
Oof.
Does that hit? Yeah, it hits. And a 15 to Barrios.
Oh, shield! Oh, God!
So no?
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
hit.
so you cast, and as you do, because it is night out, you watch as there's this beam of light that almost intensifies for a moment, and as it flies off and stabs someone else in the
Yeah,
crowd.
a ray of moonlight deflects it.
But you do deflect it very nicely. Wyatt, you take into your leg one of the daggers as it gets you for 5 points of damage. As that is going to... And it's going to go ahead and use its blood boiling hex.
Nice.
As it does on Wyatt because it hits you with it. As the blood seeps out of your leg, you watch as almost hitting like a skillet, it just and begins to steam away. This smell hitting you of this like metallic just heat as you are now hexed by the creature.
That's not great.
They're doing stuff.
They're hexing you, bro. Don't hex me, bro.
Huh. These boys are up to stuff.
Okay. So, here's what I'll tell you. Basically, when you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you have to take a d6 of negativity on it.
boy.
If you choose to avoid the hex, you are compelled as a reaction to attack the nearest ally.
Oh, nice. Hey, don't avoid it.
Just so you know.
So if I take the hex, what happens again?
So if you have to make a roll and you decide I don't want to take the d6 negative, as a reaction, you will have to attack an ally.
Okay.
Because your blood is now boiling, and essentially you are seeing red. So, bull in a china shop mentality there. So
That's
you are hexed.
raw.
And that's going to end their turns, with the next one in line being Zook.
Calvin said, "You guys wanted some combat? Take this."
Wyatt, you will be next after another monster's turn, or a couple monster's turns, just so you know.
A couple.
couple?
Oh, okay.
They rolled really good, guys.
Quick clarification: incapacitated, it can't take actions or reactions. Is that also bonus action?
Correct. Because a bonus action technically is an action.
If someone's incapacitated, what lengths do you have to go to recapacitate
Okay.
them?
It wears off. There's not really a
You
like
can't
you can't
slap
like.
them in the face and bring them back.
I'd say if you want to spend your entire turn knocking Connie out of
I
it,
don't wanna do
you can
that.
definitely do that. I'll let you do it. That seems like fun to me.
I'm
What
last
to
person.
go to re-incatu?
Tell you
You're
what,
up.
we could.
So
you could
are
go
we all
to
surrounded by
hell.
other people in the crowd?
There
still?
are people everywhere. I would just say
Everywhere?
just for that idea. So I'm not making it difficult terrain yet, but as the combat progresses, I may include that as a factor of like it's difficult terrain. You have to like shoulder your way through people.
So
But you're pretty tall, so it's easy to see over much of the crowd. But just imagine
just stretches it.
from everyone like focused on this to now all around you, you can just hear the chaos of like fear and also death happening all around you.
okay, so
They're not
Zook
solely attacking us, yeah.
No, they're attacking everyone.
Okay.
Zook sees the screaming devilkin that
Yes.
was attacking
The one that's attacking
Nell.
Nell right now?
Yep. Since that's the closest one, so I'm gonna move. I guess right there.
Sure,
next to it.
you absolutely can.
And because we were in a crowd of people, he doesn't want to cast anything that could hurt others.
Sure.
I mean, this could still hurt others, but so I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
So you see him put his hands together, and you just kind of like forms like a blade.
Nice. Just made out of the shadow, the darkness around you.
Basically
I-
Leonardo now.
swordsman.
Yeah,
Basically
I love-
Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's awesome. So you summon the blade, as shing, it appears in your hand, and you are.
And that takes a bonus action to do, so
Okay.
I have that. And I can deal 2d8 psychic damage with this level spell.
Okay.
And since we're in the darkness, I have advantage on the roll.
Yes, you do, because it
That's
is night.
rad.
I'm going to go ahead and let you do that. That's great. That's a good call.
So I roll advantage on both d8s? Is that how that works?
It's just on your attack roll.
Oh,
Are you rolling to hit, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll to hit, and you have advantage on that roll.
Well, doesn't give me the option. I guess because it is an attack, it's still a roll, right?
Yes, technically it is. Unless it would say otherwise.
I don't think.
You have this advantage because you are in the dark.
That's true. I had to know. 11.
On the 11 on the Screaming Devikin is not going to hit, unfortunately. You swing, but it darts out of the way with surprising agility on its like weird kind of like bone-like legs, and just kind of like snarls at you with just this hunger in its eyes.
Ooh, I gotta practice with this more. That's all I can do.
Okay. All right, end of your turn. It is now going to be the next creature's turn. So, storming out of the tent, kind of throwing a couple acrobats off of it as it storms out, you see the next creature steps
Dimitri.
out. Not Dimitri. You haven't seen Dimitri yet. This creature is going to go ahead, and as it does, it looks at just everything going on, and it reaches and pulls two swords, very similar to what Zook has out of its sheath, and they just erupt in shadow as it's going to stalk towards a couple of you. It's going to go ahead and move towards Connie, or sorry, not Connie, Kessis, because you're the closest. It's going to walk up, and as it does, it just kind of casually flicks its sword a couple times and like decapitates a person as they run by before drawing its blades, and it's going to make two attacks at you.
Okay.
Bet you wish you didn't put that 16 inches somewhere.
16 to hit,
16 hits.
okay, and a 11.
11 does not.
Okay, so you are going to take 5 points of necrotic damage. Oh no, sorry, 5 points of slashing damage. Oh no, sorry, that was 7 points necrotic. Sorry, I
All
forgot
of
there's
the
another one I
above.
roll. 7 points of slashing, 5 points necrotic.
12.
That makes sense. Yeah, 12 total. So, are you guys seeing these damages pop up on the map?
Yeah. Yeah, they pop up down like the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, there's like a game log down there you
Just
can
to
like
show us,
open.
hit him one more time, if you could.
Yeah, sure, no problem. We'll roll some more necrotic
Oh, I
damage
see.
for
You
you
can
guys.
click the thingy.
Oh.
Cool. So, okay. So that is... Nope, that's all it can do on its turn there. It's not going to do anything else. End of its turn. It is now the Devastator's turn, the one that you watched first turn. It turns around and just is going to charge towards the first thing it sees, which is Barrios. And it's going to go ahead and do... Actually, no, I apologize. It's going to stay where it is because it has a ranged attack. It's going to unleash a devastating bolt.
Nice.
So it's going to attack you, Barrios.
He won't do it.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh.
Weirdly, that clips the
Okay.
side.
Huh?
You're going to take
Just barely.
23 points
Holy.
of damage. You are also knocked prone by this spell, as it basically and hits Barrios, sending him sprawling onto the floor, blood leaking from many different places as he's knocked by this magical bolt.
I'm doing great.
Dare I
as
say that
it
bolt
fit-
is devastating?
As it closes its hands from the spell and like begins to look like it's preparing another spell in its place.
Oh, you know what? Reaction, counterspell. Bitch. Level 3. I've never used it before. I don't know what happens.
Sweet. The best spell.
You know what?
Counterspell, your counterspell.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
can do that?
Third level. No, I'm not counterspelling. Third level, you dissipate it. So he goes to spin it, and it breaks through your moon wall. And as it does, now how does counterspell work?
Oh, it's like little shears that go up and just shoot right through the
snip the
spell.
bolt.
Wait, so the
Snip the bolt
devastating
now.
bolt did not devastate?
Does not devastate. You are saved
I'm
by
not devastated.
her reaction. So well done there.
Devastated, but
You
now
clipped
I'm not.
that bolt in twain.
Good job there. All right, end of its turn.
Twain.
End of its turn. Wyatt, you are up with Connie's going to be after that.
Sneak the F out of somebody.
So I guess first and foremost,
Yes.
Because we were thrust into this,
Yep.
and because they're obviously under control or whatever it is, not themselves.
Yep.
Would you view any of them as surprised?
Nope.
I think we're pretty.
Yeah, I think we're the ones on the surprise side of things this time.
Fair enough. Then, so then, if
There are others you could surprise. You just don't see them
Oh,
yet.
Just start shooting people.
That's the way to do it.
Somebody's about to turn. Let's just nip that in the bud.
Someone's gonna get surprised one way or another.
she looked at me wrong.
there's also not a way for me to create the surprise, as in like I just pop up somewhere.
If you could surprise one of them that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
That's right.
Are they on board?
Not
literally
yet.
Everybody got to go.
I mean,
Sneak attack
There-
works if an ally is within melee distance of
Correct.
an enemy.
Yeah.
I know. I was also trying to look at my assassinate feat.
Well, it's not going to happen in this round. Like I said, unless you take a turn to like perceive one before it takes its turn, it's the only way you could sneak attack one of them with assassin.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do then is spin and look at the Darkling Elder,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to take a shot.
Okay.
Just go ahead and take 2 shots at him. Just take my actions that way.
Like Dan Campbell's coffee.
First one is a nat 1. Misfire.
Yep. So your gun misfires. You need to. Do you understand the mechanics for how to get it to fire, or what do you? How are you going to use your second? Like,
I don't think it's honestly gonna matter. I rolled a 9 for the next one, so I think.
so if your gun misfires, it means it can't function anymore.
Which I mean,
The misfire feature means like it literally breaks. So you have to spend a turn. You have to spend like time
Okay.
to repair it, basically. It should be listed on there, but I'll go ahead and try to pull up the stats for or the idea for it here. Well, I don't know if this one has the. It has a loading proficiency. I don't see either of these having the misfire proficiency or misfire effect.
Okay, fair enough then.
I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
But I don't think so.
I have it
It's
pulled up if
jungle
you'd like.
out there.
What is it?
Whenever you make an attack roll with a firearm, the dice roll is equal or lower to the weapon's misfire score. The weapon misfires, the attack misses, the weapon cannot be used again until you spend an action to try to repair it. To repair your firearm, you must make a successful Tinker Tools check, DC equal to 8 plus misfire score. If your check fails, the weapon is broken and must be mended out of combat.
I'm
don't
going
know
to go
if
ahead.
that's what
I
you
don't
wanna use, though.
think that we have that. I'm not going to put that in here just because that seems
No
like a
worries.
lot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say with a nat 1, your gun does misfire, so you will have to, like, I would say you probably take your bonus action to just clear it real quick and be able to use it again. You also only have 1 attack per action, so you cannot fire twice.
Oh, okay.
So you can use your bonus action to clear it, or you can use your bonus action to do something else.
I think. Man, there's so many guys
Can you
before me.
use your bonus action to hide? Because you might be
I
able
mean,
to
I
hide
can-
next turn, bonus action, clear your gun, and then attack.
Surprise, mother.
I mean, I can
And it
mis-
would
I
be-
can misty step away, but it's.
What are you doing, Wyatt?
Let's go and try to hide.
Okay.
Get under cover.
Where are you
and
going?
fix
Yeah,
the
and
gun.
then let's go toward maybe a little bushy over here.
Sure. Yeah. You can move over there pretty easily. Go ahead and roll stealth check for me.
And make it good.
Should be hard for us.
Okay. With an 18, you are hidden. All right. End of your turn. It is now the next one's turn. This one is going to come out of a tent here,
And be on our team.
and it is going to go ahead and
And he's turned from his life of crime.
15, 20. It's going to
To a
move out
different
here, and it pulls a shadow bow out of the air and pulls an arrow back, and it's going to go ahead and try to fire a shot here. And it's going to fire at Connie. You're right there. Seems like that would be
Doing your best
11 hit?
Petrificus Totalis.
No.
okay. 11 misses. It fires the arrow, and you dodge out of the way of it as it
Easily.
strikes it very easily. You're already loose. You're ready to go, man.
That's right. I might not be able. I don't have the wherewithal because I'm a little peeved by that noise that thing was making. But so I can't catch. I can't catch
Can't
it.
catch it, but you can dodge it.
Reactions.
Yeah.
Take the reactions away from the monk. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. All right, end of its
That's
turn.
Calvin's
and
go-to every
before,
campaign, there's a monk.
Connie goes again. Bursting out of this tent is one
do you
more
want to
creature.
allow me to move, or are we going to say no? Because technically, I don't know how to interpret it because specifically it says that incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. So it's like, but then, I mean, what if movement isn't an act? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a great question. Give me just a second.
can I like flee wildly? Because I obviously moved to dodge that strike.
No, so this one you can move.
Okay.
Just think of it as just like you're stumbling through the area, unable to really like react to anything, but you can still like move around.
Yeah.
And, like,
Drunken Master.
Drunken Master.
Yeah.
Is there any like darker area around here? Do I see any?
there's dark areas all over the place.
Can
It's
I
very
scurry
easy,
into
very
one?
easy to scurry into.
like
to
what
ones.
over there by the tent?
But it's not your turn yet.
Oh,
it is this
wasn't.
creature's turn.
Sorry.
Before
I
you
thought
go,
it was.
Nope, it is.
I waited
this-
patiently for so long, and then
I know you're
screwed
doing
it up.
Stepping out of this, place, you can see this creature is like a hunched over, like mutated elf with giant iron boots and a sickle in his hand.
The red guy.
Yes, as he like storms out and like looks at all of you and just like goes to swing for Nell. Actually,
No, you son of a bitch.
step over here to
Ugly
Nell.
ass red cap. Patchy.
Gonna roll to hit you, Nell.
Poor fibers.
23 to
Disease
hit.
sheep. Yeah, for sure that hits.
Take.
All right, you take 9 points of slashing damage from that.
It's done.
All right. End of its turn. Connie, you're up with Kestis on deck.
I've taken the damage.
All right, so Connie is going to. I know he's gonna take an attack of opportunity, but he is going to move toward.
You don't do those around these parts, partner.
Oh yeah. All right, we don't do
Yeah,
attacks of
you don't take
opportunity.
attacks of
That's right.
opportunity in this- in
So
combat.
Connie is going to see where that red cap came from, and to get a better vantage point and a little cover, he is going to sneak back like here
Okay.
and kind of hide under the eaves of this building,
Sure.
and like take a gander at what's going on. And that's all he can do. So
Okay.
end of turn.
End of your turn.
Oh,
Yeah, end of your turn. You shake the ringing out of your ears and you're able to like function again.
Is it end of your
End
turn
of
or
the
end of
other
the other
guy.
guy's?
I'm saying the end of his turn
Ooh,
thematically,
thank
but
you.
yeah, but the end of his turn. So, all right, Kestis, you're up with Nell on deck, and Barrios, you're after that.
Okay. I'm going to start moving. I'm just gonna get away from some of these folks.
Sure.
5, 10, 15. And as I'm going past here, I'm gonna yell after Connie. I'm gonna say, "Hey, Mr. Connie, shake it off, snap out of this." And I'm gonna cast haste.
Nice.
Oh,
Give him double the
dang.
action. Punch, punch, punch,
so
punch.
You've got
Take
an
it.
extra action and +2 to your armor class.
Oh. So you are concentrating on the haste spell right now. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And it's a calculated risk.
Great little move
like
there.
it.
I love it. I love it,
I
man.
like it.
You've got a +2 to AC. Your speed is doubled. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you have an additional action on each turn. That's 15 feet. I'm gonna go 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and try to get myself sort of out of the way
Sure.
of some folks.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
All right. End of your turn. Nell, you're up with Barrios on deck.
All right, out of the red cap and the screaming devlin, which one looks stupider to me right off the rip?
I mean, they both look pretty dumb. But if you're talking about intelligence-wise,
I'm just saying, like,
probably the one that is shrieking and slobbering and just screamed at you.
let's get
That's
the
a
shrieking
common
one.
misconception.
You would think.
All right, so I would like to cast antagonize at that one, so it needs to make a Wisdom 16 saving throw.
I think he
Okay.
probably already doesn't like us that
Yeah,
much.
I think
that's
the
a
red
7, so
cap
that's
is
a
like, I can't
failure.
wait to fail. The saving
Okay,
throw.
cool. So he'll take 8 points of damage.
Nice.
Hold on. Hold on, wait, where did it go? Antagonize. All right, so psychic damage, and must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice that you can see.
Zook.
Lovely.
Okay, if he can't make an attack on somebody, like, he just has disadvantage. So it says on a target that I can see, so I could potentially get him out of the area, maybe have him attack the hobgoblin then.
You want him to go straight for the hobgoblin?
Yes.
Is it just within its... Read me again the antagonize?
It must immediately use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice that you can see. If the target can't make this attack, for example, because there's no one within reach, or because its reaction is unavailable, the target instead has disadvantage. So
within reach makes me think that it has to be
it has to be
within
all right, then the
them.
screaming devlin it is.
However,
Uh-huh.
I like this spell, and I like the what you're trying to do with it. So you know what? Sure, we'll make it go for the. We'll make it crawl over other people and kill other civilians. So let
I
that
just
sink
wanted to
in.
get it away from
as it
Zook.
scurries towards the hobgoblin, and is going to go ahead and make a melee attack on the hobgoblin. 16 is going to hit the hobgoblin, and it's going to take 4 points of damage from that.
Lovely. And then I'll tap Zook on the shoulder and say, I leave it in your capable hands. You look great today. And I'll give him inspiration and then scurry away. 5, 10, 15.
Don't forget about our brooch conversation.
I won't. I shan't.
Okay.
That's my turn.
End of your turn, Barrios. You're up.
Okay, you said it's nighttime, right?
It is dark out.
Okay,
Yes.
and the moon is out. The moon is out.
The moon is out. Yeah.
Okay. Barrios is going to reach into his suit pocket and pull out like a tiny piece of that geo that he bought a while back, and just crush it as his eyes start to water a little bit. I always do this, toad cough. And he's going to create Barrios' little babies, Mel's minute meteors. And
Nope. It's
Six.
Barrios' little babies now.
Barrios' baby boulders, I think, if we're going to go that route.
All right.
But yeah, so
Maybe.
6 little moons are now hovering around him.
Cool.
As I cast that, and I'm going to send 2 of them towards. Let's see, it says anything within 5 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and move me like here-ish,
Yep.
about 25 feet out of the way, and then pop it. Let's see if this point thing works. Like right there. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Does that hit all 3 of them?
So
right
from
there?
here to, can you see this tool?
No, I cannot.
Okay. Let's see. So from
Can you see this?
so here.
Yeah, like
wanna
right,
put it
right there.
right
Would that
here.
hit all 3 of them dead center? It's within 5 feet. I think I can get 2 without trying to.
You can definitely
mess
get
with you too much.
2. Is it a saving throw?
It is reaches the surface. Dexterity saving throw. Yes.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say these two will get hit by it for sure.
Okay, and they've got to make 2 dex saves apiece.
Oh, geez. All right.
Because I'm sending. You can send 1 or 2 on your turn.
All right, so we're going to roll both saves for the Screaming Devilkin. That is going to be a 13 and a 14.
Fail. 15 is the.
Nice. And the Hobgoblin's going to roll even worse, a 13 and a 5.
Okay, yep, fail.
So go ahead and roll your damage for those.
17 points of fire damage as it explodes. My beloved children.
Gross.
You send them through, and as they hit, they kind of shotgun scatter through them as this little mini explosion of force as the Hobgoblin like lifts their arms and like shreds part of their arm off from the explosion. The Screaming Devilkin gets eviscerated and is if it'll let me click on him. Is no more.
Yeah, as Barrios held his hand out to send forth the boulders, he literally is just looking and just, my children. And that's his turn. That's his turn.
Beautiful.
Marius is having rock baby.
Getting these rocks off.
Your turn is going to be the Mite's turn. The Mite is going to. Let's see. What is the Mite going to do? The Mite saw
the Mite again.
Kestis
This is the guy
running
that scared
away.
me?
No, the Screamer's dead.
Okay.
Screaming Devilkin is dead. The Mite is going to go after Kestis because he saw Kestis running away.
No.
So 5, 10, 15. He's going to get there. And he's going to go ahead and attack. Sorry. He's going to draw out 2 more daggers that he has, and he's going to go ahead and make 2 more just like melee attacks on. Like basically, he's going to jump on your back and start just like stabbing.
Gross.
I'm going to see if he gets his Blood Boil Hex back.
Oh god.
He does not, but he's going to roll to hit you. So the first attack is a 8 to hit. That's probably not going to hit. The next one is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
So this one you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage from that dagger. And that's all it's going to be able to do. It's just on his back, just like, just stabbing into him. Zook, you're up.
So he's got Red Cap and Darkling Elder nearby.
Yes, he does.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. Oh, there you go. Gonna have him move up to Red Cap.
Okay.
And he didn't like how he didn't get to use the Shadow Blade last time, so he's gonna try it at a higher level.
Oh, my, you're going to recast it.
But
Well, it's a
stronger.
concentration, so I still have it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
So I don't have to use my bonus action.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Right?
If you're upcasting it, it will be your bonus action to upcast it. But
What is upcast mean?
basically just using a higher spell slot.
Okay.
Because you have to.
'Cause if it's concentration, you still have it.
Basically.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to. You currently are holding it, but basically you're stopping one spell and starting another spell to upcast, which would be your bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have any bonus action things I can do anyway.
Okay, so you're just gonna make it a bigger sword.
Yep.
So it goes from just like from Donatello Samurai to like Cloud like sword.
From
The
who?
Buster Sword. Samurai. Donatello did have the bow staff.
Oh, sorry, Leonardo.
Thank you, Zox.
Yeah, I'm
Probably the
figuring
size
it out.
of Donatello's
Sorry.
bow staff.
It probably was the
Donatello
size.
guy.
Kind of there.
Big Donatello.
Or
So-
from Leonardo to Sephiroth. Which one are we going with here?
Ooh.
Yeah, which
Eh.
way does it get bigger?
Which way does it get bigger?
Thicker or
Thank you,
longer?
yes.
Probably
Where's-
Cloud.
Oh,
Where's
Cloud.
William
Yeah, it's a
Wallace
pretty.
fit in this?
Do what?
In this bigger or longer? Where's
That's
William Wallace?
highly historically inaccurate.
Thank you. All right, go ahead and roll, Matt.
So
for me.
anyway, what was that D8 on again? Just
So you have a D8.
You can roll it here on your attack roll if
inspiration.
you'd like.
Love that.
Also, if you decide that you're going to use that D8 and it still doesn't attack with your 2 rolls, you still get to keep that D8 of inspiration due to a 6th level feature I have called Extra Pocket.
so if it doesn't work, then
So if it doesn't,
Oh,
so if
that's
it doesn't
right. You
work,
do have that
still get to
feature.
keep that
Her
Inspiration.
inspiration is
Yeah.
perpetual until it is actually effectively used.
well, unless it's daytime somehow, I'm
Good
still in the
inspo.
dark,
Is
so
that what it's called?
advantage.
So you do get advantage on this.
Pocket.
Oh, 18.
Roll again,
one
see if,
hit?
you, see if you crit, dude. Yeah, 18 is
true.
definitely going to hit.
17.
All right, no, 18 is definitely going to hit. So go ahead and roll your damage on this.
Cut that thing in
What
twain, bro.
what level are you casting this at now?
20,
Third.
dude.
So what's the damage on this
3d8.
one? Ooh, okay, yeah, 3d8.
38. That's a
Use that.
lame joke. I'm sorry.
So, 11.
11 points of damage. Yeah, you take a good chunk out of it. You slice down, and the blade doesn't like carve into him or do any physical damage, but you watch as this red cap like twitches and just from like the psychic pain that emanates from the blade itself. Yeah, you do a good chunk of damage to it, but now he's mad at you, so we'll see how that pans out.
Don't get mad, get even.
He's gonna plan to
Oh,
do
shit,
that.
never mind. No, ignore
All right.
me.
It is now the Elder's turn. The Elder is going to turn to Barrios, seeing after you cast your spell. He's going to go ahead and take 2 scimitar attacks against you, sir.
That's fine.
Samurai scimitar.
Sammy Simmies.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
A
Sammy,
9
Sammy.
and an 18.
Yeah, I'll have to eat one of those.
Okay, so the 18 is going to hit. Oh, sorry. Just clicking all kinds of things now.
Get wild with it, dude.
All right, so you are going to take 8 points of slashing damage, and then necrotic damage you're going to take 9 points of necrotic damage.
So 8 and 9?
Correct.
Jesus. Okay. That's not
How you
nice.
doing, Barrios?
I'm fine.
Okay. End of its turn.
Take
It
your
is now the
clothes off.
Devastator's turn. The Devastator
Let your moon,
is going to
moon
basically
goddess give you extra strength.
going to holding its useless arm now on one side. It's going to use its other hand to begin to cast a spell, and it's going to cast.
Good feelings.
Animal.
What is it gonna cast?
Yeah.
On who? Oh,
Just it.
It's going to cast Beast
So,
Spawn on Calvin's mom.
just because this is how it is. So from here to here to here is a straight line.
Where?
Yeah, there's a
From
there's a
here
bunch of straight
to
lines.
here to there is a straight line. It's going to cast lightning bolt.
That's crazy. I'm gonna cast counterspell.
All right, so this is.
You're button mashing, Michelle.
Are you doing it at 3rd level again?
yeah, that's all I can do. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
3rd
sir.
level. You fire off counterspell as it. Wait. It hasn't gotten back to your turn.
Yeah.
You had your turn. Oh wait, no, you cast
it
it and then it
has.
got your
Yeah,
turn.
I
No, you
cast
did
it,
get it
then
back.
I
Oh
had
yeah,
my
so
turn.
you have your
Yeah.
reaction.
He
Yeah.
really wants to cast
So
this,
you-
okay?
All right,
I
so
really
He
don't
would
want
like
him
these.
to.
as he draws
just
the
wants to
energy
go-
into one hand and unleashes it towards you and Zook, how does this counterspell work?
Same thing.
Just another scissor, just another arcane scissor just comes out of the air and just the 2 scissors connect together and just cut it in half.
You know what
Doesn't
I'm
know-
thinking
physics-
of?
physics
I'm
don't work
thinking
that
of
way.
the Fates from Hercules.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, so you snap the lightning bolt in half
With 2 scissors.
You're definitely pissing this guy off. So just so you're aware of that. But that's
Did
all
you
he can do
yell
on his
scissor me
turn.
daddy ass to him?
Because that's the
No.
end of his turn. Wyatt, you're up, sir.
Alright. So I
Fix
guess
your
the question
gun, bro.
is did my pistol good to go?
Bonus action, you can clear it.
Alright. I'll do bonus action to clear it.
Mhm.
And then I guess the only really thing that I can do is I will fire on the Darkling Elder.
Okay.
Let's see if we can
Who's
actually
messing with your buddy Barrios?
Respect your elders.
decent roll here.
I don't think that was anything, Will.
I need to be told when they're not anything.
Back to the drawing board.
I hide
18?
people's jokes up.
18
a lot.
does hit.
Okay, so if we're just quiet and don't look at you for a little bit,
That might be worse than just
That's
saying
what
it
I-
wasn't a good one.
It's acknowledging the.
so we can.
All right,
just be
so
like,
go ahead
no.
and roll your
Yeah.
damage, and you have sneak attack damage. So go and roll that as well.
Sneak that attack.
Sneaky little snake.
Chris never liked when I'd be like, no. Huh?
I'm gonna roll those dice like it's mother Yahtzee.
I like those die. They're bubblegum
He's just
pink.
he's
Yeah, they're
disappearing
very
into ether to come out with more dice.
Bubblegum in a dish.
They specifically remind me of a treasure chest that I got in my dentist office, like as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know that
wow,
you put your teeth
yeah.
in, like
16
that's the
points.
exact shade.
16
have
points
my-
of damage to the dark blade.
The dark.
I think I still have some of my baby teeth.
Duck?
Yes.
Isn't that
Dark Wing
gross?
Duck.
No, we just
Let's
have
get
these.
dangerous. You fire the shot and it blows it blows a sizable hole in the. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick.
What
You
size?
fire the shot, and it blows a fist-sized hole into like the shoulder and upper chest of this creature. As it turns to you, the smoke begins to form around it and begin to like close the wound back up, so he can still use his arm. But he now regards you with just this icy, just disdain.
So much disdain.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's
it.
sick
all I
because
got.
it's like he's not mad at you. He just really dislikes you.
yeah. He's not.
Man,
He's
this
disappointed in
guy.
you.
This guy's what a jerk.
All right, end of that turn is now end of your turn. Connie, you're going to be up here in a second. Is now the Darkling's turn. The Darkling is going to go ahead and draw another crossbow, or draw another bow, and it's going to pull it back, and it's going to fire at Connie because he saw you kind of duck behind the shadows there. So he's going to roll to hit that. Give me just a second. We'll roll to see this damage here. Using its shadow bow. That's a 14 to hit.
No.
14 does not hit. Okay, yeah.
I love when that happens.
He's firing and missing and not very happy about it. Okay, that ends his turn.
Sucks to suck.
Oh,
That's all he
great.
can do.
So Connie winks at him. Free action. He winks at the guy.
Of course.
Right
Of
there.
course.
Nice.
Oh man,
That's
should
crazy.
we-
Charm person just got cast.
Weird.
Hold on. Deflect missiles. That's a reaction, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Can he deflect that?
Of course, it's an arrow.
I've never.
It's a shadow arrow, but yes.
Cool. Sweet.
Is it a tangible object?
So why doesn't he spend a key point and send that baby right back?
Of course.
First, you have to roll and make sure that you catch it, right?
Uh-uh.
Well, you can.
'Cause
Isn't
he
it like you can
missed.
only deflect something that does hit you?
Oh, that hits you.
because you have to roll against the amount of damage. it
Correct.
does.
Yeah, never mind.
You are correct.
So that doesn't happen. Way to go.
All right.
Oh no, it's
I
fine.
gave you 6 attacks on
No.
this turn.
Thank you.
Do what
Because
you need to do.
That's what I want to do. Yeah, exactly. So, Connie is going to, like I said, wink at the guy who clearly missed him.
Yeah.
And then run at the mite who is on Kestis trying to stab him.
Okay.
And he is going to leap
10,
in
15,
the air,
20, 25,
planting
30.
both knees into the face of this creature
Oh,
as his
jeez.
first 2 attacks.
Okay.
That's
go
called
ahead
a
and
meteora,
roll.
in case you're wondering.
The
It's
meteor?
dope.
The
It's
meteor?
meteora.
Meteor.
The meteora.
Okay, cool. He does the meteora to him.
Yes. I love
Meteor.
it.
Meaty's his,
aura.
meaty's his aura.
Yep.
We've created a monster tonight, guys.
Really.
Yeah, you do it every week.
So that's
We do it almost every week.
And a 14,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah,
Cool.
both hit.
So those
One for
2
each
guys-
knee. You have a bone spur on one kneecap. That's why it crit.
So each one. Oh wait, hold on. No.
It's
I'm on-
your
oh, 1d6. Okay, so I need 2 6s. And
2-6 Mafia.
we got 2 6s, 2 6s.
No, that wasn't the band. Never mind.
10, 20. 20 points of damage.
You launch into the air, both knees connecting with this thing, and you feel its head snap back at an angle that it shouldn't, and it drops to the ground.
Hell
Then
yeah.
clicks
dude.
that thing
It's dead.
back into
Oh,
place
oh,
and comes
okay.
at you again.
No,
Okay,
it's dead.
sweet.
You eviscerated it.
Okay, sweet. So I suppose can I just like land on it, standing on its corpse?
Heck yeah, you
Okay,
can.
Sweet.
Cool.
And gonna give Kestis a little friendly punch on the shoulder. No, not a big.
Go ahead and roll.
No! Stop.
Well, he did get quite.
You
a
said
bit bigger,
stunning
actually.
strike to
Yeah, he's
Kestis?
fine. No. Then he's
Thanks
Stunning
for
strike. Oh, jeez.
then Connie is going to run at the Darkling.
Okay.
Let's see, that's
15.
So that's 45 total. So 2 more there. He's just gonna run up to him and kind of like boxer stance, be like, "Hey man, what you got?" And like two
Oh
more
yeah.
punches.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
I think Kestis's haste is a bit like Kestis, where it's just barely on the right side of out of control.
Yep.
Where it's
Nice.
like, yes, I run up to him, but it's like, boom, got him. It's a little too frenetic.
Very quick.
So he runs up there. That is an 18.
Yeah.
I imagine
hits.
Connie's never had a boxing match where he got to fight multiple people, so this has got to be
And
exhilarating.
another crit.
Jeez.
So I didn't even roll the crit damage on that first one.
That's fine. You
So that
took him
that
out.
goes
Yeah.
up. Okay, so let's do this damage. So,
Dancing in the moonlight.
16 points.
Yeah, you rush up with your speed and first hit punches them into the air, and you follow it with a boom onto the ground and cave their chest in, and they dead.
Oh, he's dead too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely just...
Oh, he's dead too? Whoops,
yeah, both
sorry.
of them had like 16 hit points apiece, so yeah, you're just...
Connie is cooking.
All right, sweet. He's gonna...
That's why I did that at the beginning of the round, because I was like, he's gonna do it eventually.
So he's going to toss a little over to Cascus. Hey man, thanks for the juice. And beeline
Oh,
to the...
Did you roll for your concentration check? Okay,
I don't
just
know.
making sure. Thank you.
Beeline.
I had a
Did he
Yeah, you're fine. I assumed you would. It was like 4 points.
Okay, so now he's going to head to the hobgoblin, and he really enjoyed the flying knees, so he's going to try that again.
As
I
he
just
should.
imagine
As-
you like ride him down. Like
Out of
a
curiosity,
wave,
what
you
is
know?
the... You're doing what now?
Same thing to the other guy.
But it sort of looks like not anything.
Well, he's rolled 4 attacks so far. I'm
Yeah,
trying
Drew
to
just
do
said
the
cool
math here.
Oh, bonus action, flurry of
It's a
blows.
flurry.
Fury of blows. Thank you. Yep, that's all you need. That's all I needed.
Flurry of blows.
And they both miss one critically.
Okay, so you
Unless this guy's armor is 11.
Funny you mentioned that.
nope,
Uh.
barely misses.
Oh, plus, is it 15? I mean 14?
yeah.
Okay, then one of them hits. a crit fail and a
Yeah.
hit.
Okay.
Drew's turn is always a journey
So
for the
you
whole party. That was incredible.
You come up
We
with
should be
another.
asking more questions about
You
where
come up
those
with another
three came
flying
from.
knee into the air. The Devastator turns around with his good arm and stops you in the air with magic. Like just holds you in the air for a second before you have a chance to. How do you hit him?
we need to recruit this guy.
So flying knees, Connie just kicks out a foot, just like he's being held in the air.
Swing your foot out and just catch him right under the chin.
Sick.
Go ahead and roll your damage on that one.
Okay. 6 points. Something.
6 points of damage. Yep, cracking his jaw as you do so.
Okay. That's
Very nice.
that's all the things that I've got.
Well done, Connie. Just
Thank you.
coming out.
all the things, you
coming
only
in
killed
hot.
2 of them and almost killed a third. You did pretty good.
I
buddy.
went ahead and skipped the red cap's turn, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and take his turn now. At the end of its turn, the
Just
red
like you
cap
planned.
is going to look angrily at Nell and is going to use its ironbound pursuit. It's going to move its speed up to a creature. 5, 15, and it's going to jump in the air with the giant iron boots that it has and plant them both into you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
What's he planting in?
The giant iron boots that it's wearing.
20, a natural.
Iron her boots.
Capture rib.
So you're not knocked prone, but you'll take half damage.
Okay. I'm scared.
She had this
still.
damage. You know what I'm saying?
You'll take 6 points of
Yes.
bludgeoning damage from those.
I'll
As it
bludgeon your
basically
points.
hits you, and
I missed it.
it hits
was
you
very
with its feet,
no, that-
and for some reason can't seem to knock you over. You kind of like stumble backwards. It falls to the ground and looks up at you and is like, and then kip ups and is ready to like
Wait,
attack.
are we like the same height?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She just said,
It's a
I'll
little-
bludgeon your 0.6.
Sis, I'm sorry. Yeah, just move on. Just
Oh.
let's keep
Promise
moving.
you wouldn't say anything. End of your turn. Kessis, you're up with Nell on deck, and Boros, you're after.
Got it. Remind me, or don't if you would. If you don't think I should know
it's
this.
okay.
Um,
Glad to have the option.
Who is up first, the Darkling or the Hobgoblin?
I would say Darkling. Yeah.
The Darkling is I don't know how.
I'm not
far,
going to
but-
withhold that information. That would be funny though. You'd be like, no.
I don't know. Do you
It's like
want
you
to
should have written it down.
Should
if
have
you
figured
wanted
that
to
out.
know.
You want it? No, this is a big fight. The Darkling is the one that's next.
Okay. I'm going to. How much space? I've forgotten so much range on this. I'm going to just take a couple of steps over here to improve my line of sight, and I'm going to say, I'm just curious about something. Barrios, tell me how this looks to you. And I'm going to cast Moonbeam in the space of the Darkling Elder. 'Cause it's
Oh,
That's
yes,
right
it
in
is.
front of me.
Yes,
of
it is.
Baria.
You know, in the first Zoolander movie, when he unveils, which one is it? His final look.
Blue steel?
Blue steel.
There you go.
And everyone is just like, oh, there it is.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
Barrios' reaction. Is like, it does exist. The perfect moonbeam.
All right, so is that a save for me or a roll for you?
Is that how Kestis does
So-
it? Does he just like his pretty boy face? He just turns and
Oh my! He
steals
blue
it?
steals a moonbeam at someone.
Just a devastating look.
He does it in the theater style, so when he turns to look at the guy, it's the spotlight on him, and now it's like everything's dark, and he's like, "Oh no!"
yes.
Barrios
So-
takes the equal amount of damage, but psychic.
Ah,
I'm gonna
nice.
He's inspired.
go ahead and cast this at 3rd level.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're
because
just
Love that for us.
there's sort of a lot going on.
Can you
That is
tell us
great
what
for
that
us.
does?
So this is an is there still a stage floating above us?
there is a stage floating above
Is
you.
there a stage floating above the Darkling Elder?
Not really.
Okay, cool. Because the silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40 feet high.
Oh,
So-
okay, yeah.
Had we miscalculated?
It takes out the. No, you're fine.
It's
The
just
stage
like
is- yeah,
Spider-Man
stage-
when it takes out the people on the balcony.
No.
So the way it works is when a creature enters the spell's area
Which
or
it does.
starts a turn there,
which it's in,
it
in the
needs to
area.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a
Um,
3.
Also, just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
a shape changer makes this saving throw at disadvantage.
Ooh.
I know you've already said it was low. I'm just curious.
Oh, but there
Because it
is a
was
shapeshifter
a shape.
And
someplace.
these things are also
Interesting.
neat.
You know
And they
what?
did
I
shape
like that ruling. Even though they're not voluntarily shapeshifters, they did change their shape. So you know what? Yes, I'm going to give you a
like
disadvantage. Even though it was a 3, now it's a nat 1.
Amazing.
Really?
So,
Yes.
Wow.
So there are 2 things. One is going to take 3d10 damage,
Of course.
which looks like 16
Okay.
points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Also, when it fails, it instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves this spell's area.
Oh, jeez.
Radiant would make sense to turn.
So I will
back
say,
to Fey.
as you hit it, it does revert back to a Fey form. However, that Fey form is immediately
still
burned in radiant fire as it just gets eviscerated, like just emulsified,
Feywild, right?
just
Yeah.
burned away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go back to the
Feywild.
Feywild. It's fine.
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Barrios, does the moon do that all the time?
Let's just say at one point I had more hair.
All right.
Oh my
so
gosh.
That's
Canon. No.
action. Is anybody
love that.
in
Is-
really terrible shape?
is Moonbeam a concentration spell?
In real life,
Have you seen me?
That's a great question.
I think it might be.
Where did it go?
I mean, Connie's already killed 2
It
people.
Sure is.
Oh no.
That's still the appropriate
Okay,
decision-making because
so
I think that's
Immediately, as Connie's like going toe to toe with like, all right, what you got? What you got? You immediately go, ugh, and feel all of the your bone. You immediately feel the weight of your age as all the energy goes out of you. I believe there's an effect that he gets when haste drops.
You can't take actions on your next turn.
You have hit lethargy, which means you can't move.
Yes.
You're like,
You're
You
Hercules.
can't move or take an action until.
yeah.
You're
So he
next.
basically incapacitated you
Connie's
again.
an athlete. He's used to that. He's like, yep,
Second wind.
that's
Yeah.
the cost.
These things
That's the cost of being so amazing.
Second
I should've
Hercules
paced myself.
reference.
We got
Should've
two
paced
and a
yourself.
half of these folks.
Should have paced yourself.
taken
It's
out on
fine.
the last turn.
It's fine.
Is anybody doing really poorly when it comes to hit points?
You say I can't take any action
You can't take actions or move.
or move.
Or move.
good thing you're not
This is
next to an
actually
enemy.
Closer to paralyzed
Oh,
than
wait.
incapacitated
Yeah.
was.
kind of just shit.
Okay, if everybody else is feeling all right, I'm also going to.
I'm not. No, you asked the question. Is anybody feeling fine? I feel like crap.
I'm very sorry, and then I'm going to cast a healing word on myself.
And the word is, I'm very sorry.
I'm very sorry, and it just goes.
All right.
Now I don't feel so bad.
Okay, end of your turn. Nell, you're up with Barros on deck.
Nell hits her chest and she goes, "My name's Nell, and I'm not afraid." And she is afraid.
I thought you were about to battle rap that red cap the way you popped up like that.
No, okay, so Is there a whole bunch of people like in the area now, or have people like mostly cleared out?
It's kind of chaotic still, but people are running.
Okay.
But it's still a little crowded. I would say if you're trying to do an area of effect thing, there's a good chance you probably won't hit people. It just depends on the size of it.
Okay. So I'll go 5,
You
2,
hit me.
15, 20, 25. Yeah, because I want to put some distance between me and little red cap. We're gonna go ahead and use Shatter on the Hobgoblin Devastator.
Oh, okay.
Second level, so he needs to make a con saving throw of 16.
That's
I'm
a
just
nice
gonna
high con save.
screech in his
That's a
face.
7. That's a failure.
Oh, that's really
that
great for
Hobgoblin's a
me.
punk.
So, let's see. Oh shit, 21 points of damage.
Boy.
Your unheard servant comes up next to the hobgoblin and pulls out an arcane gong and just next to its head as it drops to a knee and kind of weaves there for a second before like shaking its head and like and like seeming to regain itself before it stands up and then just
Oh, and
Whoa.
I'll say,
dead.
Connie, you look like you're holding up pretty poorly.
I'm barely standing.
Connie
inspiration.
Connie is drooling from the side of the like,
Oh boy.
like just it's
I'm
like
just a
wind
little
bag.
winded.
Bonus action, inspiration. You have a D8 to use for
Nice.
attack
For your
rolls,
actions that
saving
you can't take on
throws,
your-
whatever.
Actually, you can't take an extra.
But you can hold it until you can.
End of
Thank you.
Nell's turn. Barrios,
Thank
you are
you.
up.
Okay. Seeing the landscape and what is going on, Barrios is going to again look to his children. He's going to send 2 at Red Cap.
babies.
So weird.
They grow up so fast.
What are they?
They're Melf's minute meteors.
MILFs?
Melf, M-E-L-F. Yeah, I heard.
They're Barrios' baby moons.
Yeah, they're Barrios' baby
Yeah,
boulders.
but where did you get them? Where are you coming up with the children?
Kidney stones.
I keep my kidney stones for this spell.
It's a spell component.
So you see
Alright.
kidney stones as a gift from your wife?
Yes. I send 2 of them.
Okay, and I make the roll for these.
Yes.
And
The only way to do that is to dig around
15.
First one is a natural 20.
Dig around.
Second one is a 14.
Okay.
True.
I mean, it's clearly
5
chunky.
points of
Come out.
damage as my
Reaching
bonus
ready.
action. And then as an action, he's going to finger gun just nothing you would seem
Yeah.
as he casts Mind Sliver
Oh, jeez.
as a cantrip. So I'm going to need another saving throw from the red cap of intelligence.
Well, that's a 14 minus 2, so that's a 12.
Aha! An additional 7
Stupid.
points of psychic damage, and next saving throw it makes has to take a D4
Nice.
minus.
Mind Sliver's really good, especially as a reaction. I will say that.
Is he still alive?
He is. He's a hardy little boy. However, that's going to be
you
into your
finger
turn.
banged him, but
Top of the round, as like this is happening, you watch as the red cap is like staggering and like looking around. It looks like he's like,
from
and
the
it like
finger bang.
turns to like sprint away. But as it does, breaking ripping through the seams of the tent, you watch Dimitri step out, and he watches a psychic blade appears in his hand as he goes and spins, and he's gonna go ahead and roll.
I thought we were getting Gambit. I thought he was going to throw a playing card.
That is a 19 to hit.
Throws a card from the deck of many things.
Ooh.
It's a draw. It's a draw
with-
4 card from the deck of
With
many
17 points of damage, he decapitates
Jeez.
the red cap.
So he's dead?
Yes. Which means that the battle has come to an end. There's a
Yeah.
little
Wait,
victory stinger here.
I
Hold
will
on.
say, hold on. There's a little guy over off to the right.
Huh? What do you mean?
He's not on my screen.
Oh, he's still on mine. I have a little guy
Ooh,
who's.
I like that little.
Victory.
Wait, where? What?
It was a
Oh,
little victory
do it again.
stinger.
You have to win another fight.
Level 7.
Is what it said.
Oh,
the
yeah.
victory stinger.
Red Cap Warrior needs food badly.
Pocket card.
Green Mage is about to die.
Yeah. So as that takes place, you watch as Dimitri kind of like looks at you all and like looks around and goes, "What the? What a way to end the night, huh? As chaos kind of breaks out, immediately at that point,
Connie vomits.
Connie vomits. Immediately at that point, you watch as there is a group of about 4 or 5 individuals who immediately ascend upon Connie and grab him and begin to shuffle him away. Guards of your family immediately grab Connie, begin to drag him away. The rest of you, if you willingly do so, are accosted by them and pulled as well, just into the chaos. Unless you want to slip away, which you're more than willing to do.
No, I still have 2 of the boulders present. Yes. So I just, last thing I do before I follow Connie is I say hello to your mother for me. And I just like flutter them up to the sky. They only have like 60-foot range. So they just, and I don't see it, but behind me they explode. And there's like a Wilhelm scream.
You guys are rushed. Collectively, you all are rushed to the back to the compound very quickly as chaos begins to disperse amongst the city. You can see like everywhere you go, like this city was full of these creatures, and now you can see like around corners there's like corpses of people, of these fey creatures mutated into these strange dark versions of themselves. As one by one you're all rushed quite quickly back to the compound of the Bravas, where everyone is closed inside and all the doors are like all of the outside entrances are locked down for the most part. As you step in, you can see your grandfather, your mother, and your uncle immediately are just like, oh my god, we were so like immediately just like grabbing you or like asking if you're okay, what's going on, blah blah blah, just kind of like a crazy, just kind of chaotic time. But your mother is just like, what happened? We saw the victory, and then there was the celebration, and then it was then what happened? Looking at all of you at this point.
Yeah, I mean, all the Fae turned into these like twisted, demented, dark creatures. Did any get in here?
And your uncle at this point is like, I mean, a few of them, but we kicked them out. We got rid of them pretty quickly, and that's when we learned that you were still at the celebration. So we sent as many people as we could to find you, and thank God they did before something worse was going to happen. The whole city's on it. The whole city's in an uproar right now. Apparently, they're all over the place.
We were able to make short work of a few of them, Kestis and I, as acolytes of the moon. We dispatched several. And Constance, he did his part as well with his knees, actually. Maybe mixed martial arts for him.
Well, I think first and foremost, I think we should make sure that the compound is clear, and then put together teams and make sure that the entire territory is secure. And if we can get that going, we can put together some more groups and maybe help out the rest of the city.
I'll see to it. And your uncle nods and immediately begins to like walk off, snapping his fingers and summoning a few of the bodyguards with him back into the compound itself. Your mom nods and she's like, "Your sister is currently working with the mages to make sure that the wards are secure. So we should be safe in here for the time being until we figure out what in the Vox's name is going on." And she like sits there and she's like holding like a handkerchief like to her face, and she's just kind of like has a shell-shocked look about just everything right now. Your grandfather is watching all of this with the poise that you have always seen in him. You've never seen this man ever like shirk or like cower in the face of anything. And so he's just watching this all with like a calm demeanor and is just kind of like, whatever this is, the Bravas will survive. Now, you all look exhausted. You should rest. It's food if you need it, bandages if you need it, whatever you need. Feel free to ask. It is yours. And he kind of nods to everybody as this happens. And you're at this point, servants begin to walk up and begin to offer just bandages, ointments, things to kind of heal your wounds and kind of like help you recuperate. As he looks at you, Connie, and Constance, I believe we need to talk.
Sure, I'm ready.
Walk with me. And he leads you away. The rest of you can take this time to just kind of sit there. It's not what'd you say? No. This is going to be, I'm going to split it differently, so don't worry about it. You
Talk about the brooch.
you walk away with your grandfather. The rest of you are in the process of taking. You can begin the process of a short rest. Don't take one yet, but you can begin the process of a short rest if you'd like, because this will be about a 30-minute kind of
I'll
like.
use Song of Rest too. So any friendly allies, you get an extra d6 of hit points. So basically,
Oh, thank
instead of singing it, it'll just be a little needle and thread that like weaves in between everybody and keeps on.
Yeah.
Nice.
As everyone's kind of taking that moment to kind of breathe and recuperate, Grandpa Leo takes you up to a chamber away from everybody else, and kind of like closes the double doors behind him and leads you into kind of his study area where he has spent. You've seen him most of his life. Walks over to his large, like high-backed wing chair and kind of sits down in it and.
What a night.
What a nightmare.
Nightmare may not be over yet. I'm sorry to do this on such short notice, Constance. But I feel like time is of the essence for what I have to say. Tell me, how have things been the last few months?
Well, frankly, lately I've just gotten I've become very confused. I feel like there's a lot that I don't know that I need to know, and not only, for any future plans someone might have for me to take over and start leading the Bravas or anything, but just from my experience, I feel like they're just things that I don't know, that I've always kind of like, I don't know, either assumed or just took people's word for it, And I'm starting to feel like there's a whole lot going on behind the scenes in the leadership of the Brava family that I need to be filled in on.
You're not wrong. I too have noticed for some time now there are things happening out of my control. Things that we did not start this family on. Things I'm not proud of. Tell me, Constance, if the mantle as head were to pass to you, what would you want to do?
First, I'd want to shine the light on what's actually going on. Clear the air. I always thought that the Bravas, we don't necessarily hold to the laws of the rest of the city, but we pride ourselves on following our rules and on being upfront, and
There's a code.
right. We don't hide things from each other.
You're right.
Because once you start doing that, then you're no better than the politicians making rules for other people. Everyone's got to know that they can trust the system, or the system will break down. And that's what it seems like is happening. I don't know what's going on in this family. And if I don't, then how does the average Joe on the street?
they wouldn't.
So if we're gonna keep this family going, save it, let alone make it what it should be. First things first, we gotta have a reckoning.
Now that is the mark of a leader. Recognizing when the status quo is unacceptable. Proud of you. Your father will be proud of you. Now, as time goes on, there's going to be much more for us to discuss about how we're going to go about reckoning, changing. But I want you to know, I'm behind you 100%. Whatever we need to do, we will do.
Well, I guess now we just gotta figure out what we need to do.
As he covers his mouth and pulls away, you see blood coming out of his mouth. And he looks up at you and goes,
Had to be today.
and he tries to stand up and immediately pitches over with another coughing fit. Do you try to...
Oh yeah, Connie.
Me and his
Connie
faces,
yells.
Do you go to like stop him?
Yeah,
from-
yeah.
Okay.
He
so you
runs,
grab him and
catches
begin to
him and calls
scream for
someone
help.
to come in.
As he's lying in your arms, you hear his breathing begin to get more raspy and more labored. As you're yelling for help, you feel his hand grab your face and kind of pull you in as like blood is like pouring out of his mouth now, and he looks at you and goes,
Family isn't always blood.
and in your arms, your grandfather passes from this world. Your yell for help after that second of shock is immediately regarded by a boom as the doors burst open, and you watch as your uncle steps in like eyes wide and sees you there holding your uncle.
Connie very, very honestly and just pleads for him to get help.
A couple of the guards rush over, grab your father or your grandfather, and drag him out of the room, seemingly rushing him to the infirmary of some kind. As your uncle just kind of watches the whole thing play out, just kind of like a shock on his face, before looking at you, and he goes, What'd he say? What did he tell you?
Connie just kind of straightens himself up. And in this moment, being confronted by someone that he has lost trust in, just walks right past.
As you walk past, the emotions kind of boiling over in this moment, you don't see the object come flying at your head, knocking you unconscious, and the world going black.
Deflect missile! Oh.
You got it too. The affliction.
One by one, every single one of you wake from an unscheduled slumber to find yourselves locked in cells. Dank, dark cells.
Not the dank ones.
I knew it. Roll for dank.
Your weapons, your equipment, everything
My shell.
is gone.
My suit.
They took his clothes.
Take my shell.
Your shell's part of you, so.
Ooh.
But all of your valuables stripped, all of your equipment gone.
When you say all, is my armor gone? Is that possible?
Right now it is.
What is your armor?
It's the armor that we got from the casino that I haven't been able to take off for a couple weeks.
Ooh, you're so musty, I bet.
It is not on you, but for some reason, the ties that you have to it are still connected.
That's still there for sure.
Yeah. But
Emotionally.
that will happen we'll figure it out
amazing.
at some
Yeah,
point. So,
uh-huh.
but you're just like
None of the benefits. All of
Don't
the
worry.
drawbacks.
There's a contingent for that in here.
you all sit in these cells, coming to, for an indeterminate amount of time.
Windows?
No.
Mac.
Time seems to drag on too long as you are held in here against your will, with no visitors, no clue where you are, and nothing but time on your hands.
Are we
Hence,
with each other or are we separate?
you are all in separate cells, but you can see each other.
Oh, okay.
I've been in this position before. We have nothing to worry about.
That very position right there.
Yes. As he's doing a very complicated yoga pose. Swooping crane into an upside downward dog.
Upside downward dog.
Yes. A reverse downward dog.
Reverse doggy style. Yeah, I seen that.
I don't know how you're always being so cavalier. I'm about to lose it.
We're not. This is
Just
jokes.
think of it this way. You have a lot of time to...
Is there? Go ahead.
No, you were going to...
I don't want to think about it any type of way.
I'm speaking to the ether and wondering if like all of our innate magical abilities are dampened in this space too.
Well, absolutely they're not, and I cast a spell.
You attempt to cast a spell, and it is dampened immediately.
Okay, I've never been in this position before.
Sorry, I have to pee. Keep going.
So, Nell, as I was saying, you should absolutely panic now. We are trapped.
Okay.
Wait,
Roll for panic attack.
What are you
That's
rolling?
a 10. I don't know.
Kestis is just from his cell. You just hear hooves on the stone.
Oh, no.
And whispering, and just sort of like it's mostly inaudible, but it's just the sounds of like that. His voice just.
Ooh, it's probably like.
He's a prancing pony.
It's gone. And now what am I gonna do?
Touch this. Calm down in there.
I'm freaking out. They took the armor. It's it's gone, and I needed that. And now I don't have any idea what I'm gonna do.
You're telling me they took the candies that Dimitri gave me, and they took my snell of summoning. It's nowhere to be found. That's the only thing I have in this world.
You hear, like, upside down of, like, Barrios' very nasally voice, because he's currently doing hanging crunches. He's like, guys, consider this a great opportunity to work on yourselves, because you can't really do anything else. 95. In here at 6. 96. And then he realizes his feet are trapped.
Wait, are we chained up or shackled up?
No, you're free to roam in these cells.
So none of
Cass-
Connie's like.
Kestis, have you made your charisma saving throw?
For how many do I need to make?
Just one for now.
Okay, no, I haven't, and I suppose I do not additionally prepare myself for this one.
No,
Since I don't have
Drew is
magic.
playing
Yeah.
fast and loose with his bowels right now.
That's a success.
Wyatt's just sitting back in the corner, just chill as a cucumber, and it's just like, everybody just chill.
They
It's gonna
took
be
your Zen.
alright.
They took your Zens.
He's just spitting.
I've been in this
that's the
kind of
bars he's
situation at times before. I'm pretty sure you get a phone call in the morning. It's
We're
gonna
not in
be
the drunk
alright.
tank, stupid.
We don't even know how we.
Well, all I can say is they look quite the same.
Really, once you've been in one jail, you've been in them all. I mean, did I
Kestis
mention
recognize
being the
this
void?
place?
Does Kestis?
And not Kestis. No.
Does Connie?
Also, does Barrios?
Barrios doesn't recognize it.
Damn.
So you said they didn't take my shell?
No,
So all the
Does-
stuff inside my shell is still there?
gone.
Secret pockets. What about your secret pocket? What
Unless
about your
they
secret
were
pocket?
like. No, they're gone.
Does Wyatt
Took my shrimp.
What is it?
recognize
The prison
this?
wallet from Deadpool 2.
Nope.
No?
I
You
keep my
see all
spare
these
journal in
compartments
there.
on my shell open up.
No,
and they're all
nobody
empty.
recognizes. I will say nobody recognizes these cells. However, time moves on. Time continues to go, and after what seems like could have been days, could have been hours, there is a moment where you. I'm trying to think of. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to do here.
I know what Connie wants to do.
What does Connie want to do?
All right. You know,
Is that a ribbit?
guys, we've been here a while, and none of us seems to know why we're here or what's going on. No one's come to get us.
Aren't you the golden child of the Bravos?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Judging by the lactic acid in my muscles, we've been here for at least 45 minutes.
But one thing that my grandfather said right before he died was that family isn't always blood. And I've been thinking, we got tossed together in this mess, and I know we all got different things going on in our lives, but we work pretty well together as a team. And for me, this is pretty much the first time I've ever extended the trust that I would to a family member to someone outside. And it's worked out pretty great. So to me, the way it appears is that what we do have right now is each other. And that's about it. So it's either all of us as individuals or all of us together for each other. I think we can make something of this situation.
I mean, I won't make any of you swear to the moon, but I am open to a partnership.
I like teams.
Are you still having a panic attack?
I'm here. I'm just here. I don't want to be conscious anymore today. Tonight. This eve. I don't know what's happening up above.
Listen now.
Oh, no.
Nell and Kestis have opposite cells, and they're both like.
I think if both of you could just get a good night's sleep, everything will be a lot cheerier in the morning.
Won't know it's morning. We won't know it's night.
I did happen to smuggle a few edibles, so here.
No, you're our trip sitter down here.
You have,
TripAdvisor.
Where did you
also,
store
they took
them?
everything.
Oh,
So
good
do you
one.
have? Are they prison edibles?
What's the diff?
What's...
You have
What are
edibles in your nipples?
Yeah, it's one of the things.
Okay,
that
Matt.
Bob has
Glass house.
do. One of the things that you can do. when you learn the shadow arts, that's one of the things that you learn to do.
Piss
Is hide things. Keep
Hide edibles.
In your nip.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
It helps you get involved, like get into the shadow realm.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, we could either take your prison edibles, or the three of us.
Presentables.
Sorry, your presentables. The four of us, being Wyatt, Zook, yourself, and myself, we could share a story. Maybe create a story on the fly to calm down our two friends, so they may in fact rest. Or you could drug them.
The sound of a door opens above you, and descending the steps, you hear footsteps. Begin to step down into the
What kind of shoes are they wearing?
Jimmy Choos.
hard leather boots.
Told you.
As coming down the stairs,
brother.
you look and see two Voxguard immediately come and stand to the sides of the door. Coming down behind them with like a shawl kind of wrapped around them to kind of like obscure their features. You see this smaller individual kind of step in and kind of like hurry over, immediately beelines towards Connie's cell, and pulling the shawl back. It's your mother.
Mom, what the crap is going on?
God.
Constance. Oh, thank God. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Something bad's happening.
Where the hell are we? Where the Fox hell are we? Where the fantasy hell are we?
You watch your mouth. Listen,
Go
there
rock
was,
Where
yourself,
the snell
mother.
are we?
there was some confusion. They took you away. That you're in some safe house underground thing. I don't know.
Who took me away? I clearly remember getting knocked out in our compound.
I know it's crazy right now. Your grandfather died, and there's a whole thing going on, and it's just
I've
there's.
been processing that.
I know. There's a lot. We're gonna get you out. We're gonna take care of this. But Constance, I need to know. Did you kill your grandfather?
Knew it.
Connie doesn't
Absolutely
know.
not. I can't even believe you. What are you asking me these things like this for?
I just need to know.
What would I
Everything
kill-
is.
What would I kill Leo for? He had just told me that he backed anything I wanted to do. We had this conversation about what I would do to straighten out the Brava family. And he said he'd back me 100%. And then he started coughing up blood and died.
So your grandfather was on board with changing.
Yeah, absolutely. He 100% agreed. He said things had been going on without his knowledge for a while. There were things out of his control, and he wanted to shine a light on everything that's going on in the leadership and return, the Brava family to the heights it used to be, when it used to mean something to, follow the code. And then he died right there in front of me. And one of the first people I see is Uncle Zoo. No, that's not weird, right? First thing he asked me, what did he say? Why would he ask me that? What did he say?
Because the idiot can't keep his fucking mouth shut.
Mother.
I did everything I could to protect this family. And you're gonna go and follow your grandfather's fucking stupid dream? We have survived because we are strong, not because we're charitable or a family. Not letting it happen. No son of mine would have done that.
Ma, I'm not mad. I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed.
No, don't give me that. You don't know shit. The things I had to do. Things I have to keep doing. I thought you were gonna make this family great. I thought you were gonna lead us to a new era. Instead, you let your grandfather and your father influence you and make you think that their weakness was a good thing. Well, I've banished one of them. I'll certainly do it again. Goodbye, Constance. And she spins around and walks away. As she walks away, you see your uncle kind of like standing back. You now see him standing there, like nervously kind of like shifting. And as she walks by, she like says something to him and he immediately is like nods, kind of fervently looks at you for a moment and then just kind of like
That's the
follows
HBIC
behind.
Right there.
The HBCU.
As she walks away, you hear an echoing from behind where she goes, "Do what you want." And descending the steps now is another individual, one you've never seen before. But they walk down carrying the small teacup in their hands. Their long kind of gray robes, this brownish hair with like streaks of gray in it a little bit, this like thinly pointed beard. They walk down and these just kind of steel gray eyes as they walk down with this big old smile, and they're like, "Yes, ma'am." They turn and look at all of you. "Well, y'all don't know me, but suffice it to say, I'm the arbiter of your untimely demise. You all have been charged with the murder of a high statesman here in the city, the theft of a casino, and, well, myriad other things. So, as the judge and jury of this here little trial, I'm sentencing you all to life in prison." Takes a sip of it, sets it down. "I can see you all have some questions or some concerns about the logistics of all this stuff, but mind you, I am under the direction of the Vox Populi. May she rule forever. And her word is law just as my word is law. So, get some rest. Y'all gonna need it. The Void's not a fun place to go." And he turns around and walks back up the stairs.
As he walks up the stairs, you hear just a bag of bones hit the floor. As Barrios, his
Drops
the
an
blood
owl
has
pellet?
has rushed to his head.
He doesn't know the whole time.
But two, upon hearing the word void, he just falls from the ceiling and is unconscious.
As he hits the stairs, Kestis grabs the bars and he says, Sir, do you know where my armor is? I can still hear it whisper into me."
He turns and looks at you. "No, son, I can't say I recall where it is. Guess you're just gonna have to deal with the voices now." He leans over at the bars. "They're the worst of your worries where you're going." And winks at you as he walks up the stairs, closing the doors behind him. The entire cell is shrouded in darkness. As you all now get to digest not only the gravity of Connie's situation, but you have all been sentenced to the one place where no one ever comes back from. The Void. And that is where we will leave you all tonight, with us coming back next time to figure out what that journey and what that place really and truly is.
To the void, really?
To the Void.
On this, the 13th day.
Hey,
no.
I can't help it. Can't be helped.
Dude, I was trying to set you up for an HBCU line about 2 hours ago.
Okay.
There's the homebrewed campaign umbrella. I was waiting for some. Yeah, the HBCU. I'm like, yeah, we did just create the HBCU.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
No, I'm glad no one caught it. I'm glad nobody caught it.
Oh, man.
But until that time comes, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. This has been the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
It still will be the Wild Magic School Bus.
Later.
This will continue to...
Depends what happens in the void.
Signing off.
Woo!
can't remember the name of the place we went to in Springfield, Illinois, so I was just gonna say he's getting his hot Italian beefed. I can't remember.
Portillo?
Portillo's hot Italian beef. Yeah.
Portillo'd.
Oh no, he's getting Portillo'd right in the hot Italian
I don't
beef.
think singular names.
They
are
Portillo'd him. They got him.
That doesn't work as well.
He's been got.
Portillo the shit out of our poor friend.
I have not watched any of the Ted TV show, but have y'all seen that clip that's like young Mark Wahlberg talking to Ted because there's a Ted TV show?
No.
About how everybody at the Boston High School is white. And then he goes, "We did have an Indian guy last year. Yeah, but they got him."
Do explain.
It's Ted going, what does that mean? What do you mean they got him? Yeah, I liked him too. Every time, yeah, they Portillo'd him. I liked him too.
Gosh. Oh no, he's getting his pot bellied.
His pot belly. Get Blackbeard. Blackbeard Dinerd.
Oh no.
What other places? What's that?
He's getting his Dutch Bros.
Yes, we're going right down Menard's Lane.
He's getting IHOpped on.
Oh. I hopped on Drew and all I got was a stack of pancakes. That should
Getting
be a
his
t-shirt.
macaroni grilled.
He's getting his
There's no
Hooters.
other restaurants, guys.
That's all the places you can eat.
He's getting his twins peaked.
He's getting his 54.
That just makes me think somebody's doing this to his nipples.
Yeah,
Getting
because
his
twins.
Chipotle.
Ooh, Chipotle. Nailed it.
Oh,
What's
there
that?
he is.
There he is, our hero.
Baby boy.
Drew.
Taco fully billed.
You
missed a lot.
When you were running a
You're
couple
a
minutes
long
late,
run.
all I said was Drew's still getting his Taco Belled, and then we went on a rant of some doozies. To include
Getting his Burger King.
his
His
Burger King.
iguana salted.
That's a good one.
What were some of the best ones?
Salted
though?
iguana.
Cracker Barreled is great.
Yep.
Yeah, I got crackle.
He's getting backyard burgers.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah,
that was a
yeah,
good
yeah.
one. That was a
His
good one.
Jack Stacked is very good.
You're getting laid all over Nolan Road on your way here.
He's getting his Fudd Ruckered.
Matt
there
said
you
he's
go.
getting his mama garden, so call your mother. Word to your mother.
Matt said that.
Wow.
And I was like, wait, Olive Garden.
Yeah. Somehow better.
Get my Olive Garden.
Yeah, that was fun. And Calvin wasn't recording any of it.
Oh.
So.
Little did